Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things, and in today's video I'm going to do my November palette bingo with my eyeshadow palette that is in my Shop My Stash this month. Sometimes I like to bring in another palette, but this month I felt like let's just do straight gingerbread palette. I feel like surprisingly for some reason Too Faced brought it back this year, so it's still available. So let's see what we can do. Honestly, I'm sure this is not a surprise to anyone, but usually I stick with the same exact colors every time I use this palette, so today we might adventure out of our comfort zone, potentially. This palette has 18 shadows in it, and I will, as usual, use the Google number generator to pick 5 shadows. That way we'll pop on the face today. If you are wondering about any of the makeup I have on my face today, everything will be linked down in the description. And I think that is all that I have to say now. So if you guys want to watch this palette bingo, then keep on watching. Let's go. So our first number will be number 17, which is one of the shades I use all the time. And that is the shade Gingerbread Latte. That's the one I always use as a transition shade. So we're gonna have a transition today. Let's do this. Gingerbread Latte. Okay, shade number 2 will be number 2 in the palette. Another one I use every single time. This is Spiced Eggnog. This is usually what I use either as a full lid color or my inner corner color. So far we're doing my normal routine here. All right, our third shade will be number 1 in the palette, which is Powdered Sugar, which is another one I reach for all the time. This is kind of what I use to clean up with or use as the brown bone shade. Just a nice neutral, literally powdered sugar-like color. Oh my god. There are a lot of purples in this palette. I just want to point that out. I usually avoid the purples, and I was thinking we were gonna get some purples today, so let's see. We got 2 more colors to go. Our next shade will be number 11. Okay, so this is Bake It Till You Make It. Not one I reach for often, but I definitely have used this one before. This is what the shade looks like. It's like a brown maroonish kind of shimmer shade we got going on. All right, one more chance to potentially get a purple. And our last shade is number 4. Whew, we skipped right over Gumdrop and into Gingerbread. My other color, the other shade I use all the time. It's like, it's almost as if the number generator from Google knows these are the colors I know how to use. So this is hilarious. What do we want to do? Okay, I have a vision in my head. Maybe we will try the vision. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Sigma E55 brush with powdered sugar, and we're just going to put that all over the lid. It is a pretty white shade, I would say. I don't always do this step, but since we have to use it today. Oh, I just apparently still had eyeshadow on that finger. I feel like you guys always see me in like football gear when I film, because I film so much on Sundays, and Sundays this time of year are football days. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with Gingerbread Latte here, and for that I'm going to use this Moda crease brush here. And I'm gonna really try to buff this out. I don't want this to be a very harsh color. I really want it to blend. Now I'm going to go in with Bake It Till You Make It with the Sigma brush again and put that all over the lid. Let's try finger. Yep, finger works much better. And I'm going to go back in with our Moda brush and blend the crease. I did actually get a tiny bit of fallout from that shimmer shade, so I'm going to brush some of that away. Okay, now I'm going to take Gingerbread, which is the last shade here. I'm going to use this AOA E132 brush from Shop My Stash. I'm going to work that into the lower lash line. And then I'm also going to take this BH number 10 brush. It's like a slanted brush with Bake It Till You Make It and add a little of that down here too. I definitely wish we had gotten maybe a shade a little darker than this because it's very hard to do much of anything the way it is. So actually that brush I was using to dust off some of the fallout, I'm gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar to it and blend down here so it's not as harsh. Okay, the last shade we have is Spiked Eggnog, and I want to put that right in the center of my lid. Like almost fake a halo eye because I don't feel like cutting anything out with concealer. So we're just gonna kind of tap that right in the center. And actually, I think I'm going to take this AOA Studio brush again with Bake It Till You Make It. See if we can deepen. It's very hard with this kind of a shimmer shade to add much depth in this kind of look. Okay, and then the last thing I think I want to do is take this Morphe M431 brush with powdered sugar. Just hit right under the brow bone with it. Actually, I might use some of this in the inner corner too. I don't do a matte inner corner often, but it can look really cool. I'm just putting a little bit more Spiked Eggnog because I feel like this look is looking a little lackluster. Okay, and I think we have our neutral eye down once again on this channel. I really, you know, I just think it's funny because there's like this bright pink, there's a purple shimmer, there's a purple matte, there's like an orangey, none of that. All the neutrals, as usual. I actually have like an interesting palette I'm considering doing a palette bingo with later in the month, or I may save it for Vlogmas. Not sure yet. We shall see. But yeah, let me know. What should you let me know? How are you guys feeling about this palette 1 year later if you bought it last year? I still like it. I mean, we get a nice neutral look out of it, so I'm always happy with that. Actually, let me throw on some mascara. I'm gonna use this one that came in my BoxyCharm last month from Hank and Henry. Okay, now we have mascara on. It's a whole different world now. But yeah, let me know. Whatever you want to let me know about this palette. And as usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!